Yo, welcome to the first episode of the Streetlife show. Why do I hear the intro music in the background? Oh, because I'm listening to my own stream. Rookie mistake. So much preparation and I still couldn't start properly. Okay, wait. I need some hype. I need applause. Yeah! Whoa. Welcome, guys. This is the first of hopefully many episodes this year of the Streetlife show. This is a continuation of my attempt of making a street photography news format on my channel. Maybe you remember the two. Did I do two? I did 2 episodes, properly filmed in the room of my son. But that room is not available anymore. That's why I had to stop it. So now we're going to do it live, but you can always rewatch it. It's going to stay on my channel. And I'm not doing this alone anymore. Mainly because it's more fun to have a second opinion on things, a second perspective. And I chose another fellow Asian, but he lives in Hawaii. And that's Tim Wynn. So, yeah, welcome and thanks for doing this with me. Should be fun. You want to say something?
Okay, there's that technical lag there. So, I'm excited. The rundown that you have going on here, and I know I contributed a little bit to that, but then I'm looking at the stream on this screen on the YouTube. Everything looks impressive.
Yeah.
Good Lord, CNN better watch out. CNN, watch out.
I know how to make things look pretty, but if the content is there, I don't know. We will see. Okay. I want to explain a little bit to you guys watching what to expect from us, what to expect from this format. Now, I'm always for doing something, starting something, and then perfecting it along the way, especially when you do something live. You guys know this. It's never perfect. There are always some technical issues. But I subscribe to new streaming software that is more stable than OBS, what I was using before. I have a bunch of scene transitions, and it's also easier to bring in guests with this software. And we want to bring you the news, street photography news. Everything that is interesting to us, to you guys, who hopefully you guys have the same interest as us. But at the same time, we don't want you guys to rely on us to get your facts. We are just 2 dudes, and I have forgot to introduce our moderator here in the middle. How rude of me. Elmar is our live chat moderator. So if you guys have any questions, comments, you want to give your take on whatever news we're going to discuss, you can write it in the chat, and Elmar's going to read it out if it's relevant. And don't be mad if he ignores some comments or chats. I think I told him to just go with his intuition. If he thinks like, this comment is probably valuable to this conversation, then he will let us know. All right.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah. So, where was I? Okay. Yeah, you get. We will talk about news, and it's always going to be about the recent news or the current news of the current month. So today we are going to talk about everything that happened in January, and then the next show is going to be in February, at the end of February. So always the last Friday of each month. I thought about doing this weekly, but I don't think we can do that. That's too much. And anytime we don't have any news to share or not enough news, we will pick some kind of topic that might be interesting, and then we do a topic discussion. One thing I also want to do is maybe bring in a third guest, someone from the scene, someone new, just to have that person also join us for topic discussions. That's just planned. I don't have any concrete plans who to invite. Maybe invite yourself. I don't know. Mail me. So that's roughly the idea. We also have some segments in this show. The first chunk will be news. And after that, we have a little bit of inspiration talk. So what did Tim and I, what did inspire us this month? And this may be a photo book, a video we saw on YouTube, could be a movie, could be whatever. Then we are going to share, so he and I, we will share one photo we took in this month that we like. Doesn't need to be an amazing photo, but I don't know. We still take photos. I think you, Tim, are still doing a little bit of street photography, or how often do you go out?
Well, I was on a roll for January for the first 2 weeks. Then I just fell off the block. So I'm trying to get back into it.
Yeah. And, you know, he has kids. I have a kid. So I know it's you know, we don't really go out that regularly anymore. But one of the
old.
Yeah, we are old.
We old.
I mean, you at least work out. So, but the reason why I also wanted to do this with Tim is because I'm not quite sure when he started with street photography, but we seem to have a similar background in terms of how well we know the scene. I think we both, you know, we started when I think Eric Kim was a name, right? And maybe like whatever happened before him, I have some ideas, but I really just got into street photography when he was doing his blogs and stuff like that. So that, I don't know, that's like 15, 20 years, no, 15 years, 10 years.
15,
not that long,
15,
actually.
Almost 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also you made your own street photography documentary. So you have been working with some photographers most of us know. So you have a little bit of insight also in terms of the street photography scene in the West, I would say, like US. And I think I can speak a little bit about, you know, Asia, Japan, and Germany. So I think it's a good mix. You know, we are exactly 24 hours apart, right? So this is your 9 a.m., right? 9 a.m. or 10 a.m.?
I think we're 23 hours apart, almost 24.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
but
10
almost,
a.m. right now. So
yeah, exactly. And for us, or for me here, and for Elma as well, it's like, you know, 9 p.m. Good. So, and then at the very end, we have we're going to react to our so Tim also has a YouTube channel, so we will react on our worst and best YouTube comment. So we picked both of us, we picked comments that we got in this month. One comment we want to highlight that we think is positive, and one that is more on the negative side. So we will see. And then the segments of this show might also change in the future. We're just going to try it out. If you like it, we continue. If you don't like it, you know, stop reading out your comments. That's boring. Then, you know, come up with a new idea, and maybe we will try something new.
Or we'll just keep doing it.
Yeah, exactly. We do what we want. No. Good. It is time to switch to news. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Street Photography News. I'm your host, Samuel, and with me is my co-host, Tim. Not so serious. Okay, we prepared some news that we find interesting, and we will all do this within a web browser. I have tabs open, and we will go one by one through each topic. And Tim and I, we will share our thoughts, try to inform you, and discover also these news together. Because not everything is researched by us. There's not enough time to research everything. As we said in the beginning, this is not a news channel to come for facts. We just want to react and talk with you guys about all relevant news. So let's get into it. First news we have to share is, it's not a positive one. Constantine Manos has passed away. I think it is written here, it was January 3rd. I had actually no idea. Elma told me about this when we were researching for news. And yeah, we can talk a little bit about him, look at some of his important work, what kind of books he released, and I also have a website I want to share and 2 videos. And everything I'm going to share in this show is also going to be available in the show notes, in the video description. If you later want to do your own research, or if you want to open up these sites with us, you can always do that. So, I don't know, Tim, how familiar are you with Constantine Manos? I think we know him as a Magnum photographer, right?
Yeah, quite familiar with his work, and have a couple of street photography friends that took his workshop multiple times. But I'm more familiar with his newer work, like color work, photographing in the fairs and the layers with that. But I was looking at some of his black and white images from the South when he first started off, and to me, those are way more interesting, as that documentary feel compared to the more contemporary fine art look. So yeah. I didn't even know about the black and white component that he had.
Yeah, me neither, actually. I always remembered him as having a little, I don't want to compare him, but he has a little bit of a similar style, I would say, to Alex Webb, with a lot of layers, and he has a really good eye for color and composition. And I also remember seeing him in or hearing about his street photography workshops. And I have a little anecdote to share, and that is when I was following Eric Kim's YouTube videos back in the days, when he was reporting on everything that's going on in the street photography scene. He participated at one of his workshops, a workshop weekend, and he actually documented it and filmed the little photo critique session they did, also the photo walk. And I have these videos open here, so if you guys want to see a little bit of behind the scene of how his workshops looked like, these are like some old videos that I remember how I saw these, and it was so fascinating for me to see someone teach street photography, because I've only been seeing images and photo books, but until I discovered Eric Kim and Constantine Manos, I have never listened to someone speak about street photography. Of course, later on I watched Bresson documentaries and stuff like that, but this was very interesting to me to see this. So if you want to see him do his workshops, I have linked these videos below. They are like very low quality because they are like 10 years old, but that's how it was back then. And then also Eric Kim did a blog post about lessons he learned from him. So if you want to learn a little bit more about what you can get from him, from his photography, might be worth checking out this blog post. Yeah, that's the first news. So yeah, maybe in the future we will prepare a little bit more of a proper tribute. But I just heard about this today from Elmer, so I wanted to include this. Let's go to the next topic. I think the next one is... What is this? Oh, yeah. Another photographer. Who knows this guy? Who knows this old man here on the right? Who is this person? Looks like a tourist, right? I think this is a tourist. Any guesses? So, yeah, obviously this is Martin Parr. I think we all recognize him. And what's exciting is that Martin Parr has a movie coming out. The movie is called I Am Martin Parr. This film was made by Lee Schulman, and this is the website of the official website of the film. There's also the trailer, which we cannot watch here with audio, but I can play it so we can have a moving image. And I don't remember seeing any documentary about him actually working. I remember a few Magnum films where they showed him working, but it was not only about him. It was also about the other members. And yeah. I really want to see this. But
this one looks exciting. I mean, but the only issue I have with the trailer is like the opening shot is of him on the walker. I was like, we could have used a different shot. Like, maybe why didn't they start with that? Because I know his health has been declining. But to me, that bothered me when I saw it on the trailer. Like the opening shot is him on the walker. Like, could have just started with him in the dark room or something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know. I mean, I remember when I first saw him with the walker thing, it was quite a kind of a shock to me because I thought, wait, is he that old already? Because I haven't really realized that yet. But yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly how old he is now, but he has been seen with this walker at a lot of festivals he's attending. And I also recently read an interview where he talked about, how he has to, slow down when he does photos now. And he feels this kind of urgency, to do some more work before he can't. But I actually find this quite motivating, to be honest, seeing him with the walker and still taking photos. And after I came to the realization that, hey, this is actually kind of cool that he's still able to do this or still doing it. And
he's still going strong. He's still he's still passionate about it, right? And then there's some heavy hitters in there. Like there's Gildan. I know they're close friends. But it'll be interesting how much archival video they have of him, because like our generation, or even like our generation, millennials or younger, it's part of our culture to film every little thing, right?
Yeah.
So like if we were to do a documentary on ourselves, we wouldn't have any issue finding footage of ourselves. But his generation, I don't know if Magnum prioritized like filming behind the scenes and things like that. So it just goes to show like content is king, and you just never know when you may use it. But hopefully they have some footage of him back then working.
Yeah, I'm sure they got access to some archival footage, but I actually want to see him, like want to see new footage, and it looks like they shot a lot of new footage for this movie. I haven't I couldn't find out if this is available outside of the UK to watch it maybe later on video on demand or something like that, but they're going to do a release in the UK, and you can see here some locations where they're going to screen it. So for you guys who are in the UK, lucky you can watch it the way it should be watched. We have to wait and find out if we can. I'm sure they will release it eventually for streaming.
Yeah, being in Hawaii, I'll probably be the last one to see it. Like it goes around this way, and I'm the last one to see it. But Martin, he was definitely one of my, like when I first got into street, and I would research like street photography on the beach, and like he was one of the first ones that I always gravitated towards. So very happy to see that a documentary is being made about him, but hopefully there's other documentaries being made of other photographers. I'm sure maybe Gildan has something in the works. I don't know. But it would make a lot of sense for it to do.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of filmmakers are waiting for the opportunity to do that, right? I mean, he's still able to work, so I'm sure he has something going on like this. I thought it was kind of funny here checking IMDb, because the rating is already up. 7.7 out of 10, but there are no reviews. So who watched it? I guess if you're a fan of his work or photography in general, then even if it would be like 5.6 or something like that, we would still watch it, right? So I think it still sounds promising.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. All right, next news. Gear Talk. What is this? Oh, what is this? Tim, are you excited? Are you ready?
Yes.
Were you born to create?
Tease me, please. Tease me.
I was born to create, so this is for me. Maybe.
Oh, man, look at that. We gotta play this. If you haven't seen this, the Olympus.
Yeah. So out of nowhere, apparently, because, maybe not out of nowhere, but I haven't been following OM Systems, formerly known as Olympus. But I think everyone was kind of expecting them to bring back some sort of compact camera, because there seems to be a little bit of a trend of retro cameras and compact cameras coming back. The Nikon ZF and Fujifilm X100. And I always thought, if a camera brand would come up with a retro style camera for street photography, it should be Olympus.
Yeah.
After Fujifilm. And I remember when street photography was big when I started, there were a lot of Olympus street photographers.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think
I was one of them.
Yeah. Which one did you use?
I had the Olympus M5 II, Mark II. That's
okay.
That and Ricoh is probably up and up. It's kind of neck and neck. I don't know who wins it, but those are my favorite cameras for street photography. I mean, the color rendition from Olympus, woo! Can't beat it.
Yeah, and then a lot of people also in Germany and in Europe were using Olympus cameras. I know that I don't know if you remember Thomas Leuthardt. He was kind of famous in Europe. From Switzerland, I think, or Austria, Switzerland. He was a Olympus ambassador at one point. He was always advocating for these small cameras, small lenses. And then you always had the Leica people, but then you had the Olympus people. Yeah. And then with Eric Kim, you had a little bit of Ricoh as well, the Ricoh Mafia, he called it, right? So it was kind of cool back then that you had these.
It was like a little gang.
Yeah, you had these gangs. The Olympus gang, Ricoh gang, Leica gang. I think Olympus was the first, they had one of the first small mirrorless cameras. I think their pen series was very popular, and they always had great performance. But then somehow
I don't know what happened with the pen. The pen was so nice and it shot well, and then all of a sudden, is it because they got bought out or something happened with the OM brand, and then they just stopped producing it?
Yeah, they changed to OM system. And
then Fuji just caught on fire, right, during COVID, or like even pre-COVID, they caught on fire. So now it's like they're kind of working uphill battle for market share. But we'll see. I mean, it's good. Olympus, they're all good.
I mean, it seems to be. The scene seems to be, or the street photography scene seems to be excited about this. I thought I wouldn't care much because it's a different system, and even I think it's cool, but of course I won't buy it. I have enough cameras, but I still think it's kind of cool, and I want to see it because it looks like they are using one of their film OM cameras as a reference. To be honest, it looks kind of like a Nikon ZF from the drawing they showed, which is fine. So yeah, something to look out for on February 6th. I guess we will talk about it in the next episode when we see it. You can see some specs here on this Photo Rumors site. As always, specs were leaked. Micro Four Thirds. So this is still like 20 megapixels. I think if you want a small setup for street photography, that's still a very workable pixel.
That's still good, yeah.
Size, sensor size.
The price, though, I mean, oh man, I guess that's kind of the standard these days, right? I was hoping for something like 1,200, but yeah, it comes out a week before my birthday, so maybe depending how I'm feeling, maybe I'll get it. But I don't know. It's hard for me at this age and this deep into my street photography journey to cough up money to just go out and shoot for, you know what I mean? It's I gotta really convince myself.
Yeah.
I gotta wait for a Lentaro review, then I'll decide from there.
Elmer raised his voice. What's going on?
Okay, yeah. So Karin in the chat wondered what the art setting will do to your images. What do you guys think of that?
What
the art
what the art setting
will do to your image.
art setting. On the dial.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, on the dial.
I haven't even seen that. I guess you will get an artsy filter applied on your photos. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never messed around with that.
No.
I mean, I may turn it to monochrome just for here and there, but yeah.
Yeah. Well,
nothing for me.
there are also some photos leaked from probably a promotional film that they haven't released yet. I always wonder who leaks these
They probably
things.
They probably shot those images on like a Leica.
Yeah, of course. Like a SL.
Yeah.
But I like how it looks so far. I mean, the question comes down, I think, for most people about the lenses as well. If the lenses fit, they are also coming out with new lenses for this camera. I think what is the 17 in full frame terms?
I have that lens, so I should, if I get it, I just need to get the
It should be like a 35, right? You double it.
Yeah, you double it.
We're looking at this. I'm like, I want to get it. The more I'm looking at this now, it's like, are you doing this on purpose?
Yeah. I will send you my affiliate link later. Okay. Yeah, that's all the info you can really get. I mean, speculating is fun, I guess, but also doesn't really matter because in a few more nights and you will see it. So
I want the Olympus crew to come back and take down the Fuji fanboys.
Yeah.
Let's make war.
It will be interesting to see what this will cause. If this will cause a new if this will how do you say? If other brands will also come up with retro inspired cameras. Maybe next year we have too many options and then it's like, oh, we have so many, let's go back to modern looking cameras. Who knows? But yeah, it's still cool that something unique is coming out, something niche, which I personally I like niche things.
Yeah.
Okay, next news. Going from budget camera brand to premium camera brand. Ta-da! The red dot. Some big news coming from Leica. Leica celebrating their 100 years anniversary of 100 years since they invented the first 35mm format. So they're not celebrating the beginning of the Leica brand, but the small format photography. And they have a bunch of products and probably events coming up. There's going to be a Leica M11 100 years edition. We can only speculate how much that will cost. 100 units.
Brand new car.
Yeah, brand new car. Sell your houses. I think one house is not enough. And you can see a little preview here. I kind of like this panda style look, to be honest. Yeah, must be nice. All I can say, because I will never own one of these. And then this is kind of funny. I first heard about this, and then later I found out why they did this, because of the 100-year anniversary. They collaborated with Streitlife, which is a very famous stuffed animal company, toy company.
Yeah, what's up with that? The stuffed animal.
Yeah, they did
in the marketing department. How did this get approved in the marketing department?
This is not the only thing.
Can you imagine sitting in that meeting? Can you imagine sitting in that meeting? Like, oh, we're coming up with 100 years with Leica, this premium brand, the Rolex of cameras. What can we do to engage our loyal fan base? Let's come up with a teddy bear.
Yeah, I mean, Streitlife teddy bears are also collectibles. A lot of people collect these. They are also quite expensive. They have special editions sometimes. And I can see it. I think it's not a bad fit, but if you look at the price, then you might think it's a little too much for a teddy bear. But, some people are really into it. So if they can afford it. Do you guys
wonder how much it would resell on eBay? How much it would resell?
Maybe these. They might. The value might increase over time. Maybe this could be a good investment to grab one of these.
Maybe I'll buy 10 of those.
Yeah.
So you buy 10 of those, then you can use that profit to buy the M11. That's a good strategy.
They have named this one Ernst, which is the name of the founder, Ernst Leitz. I guess this is his wife. I don't know, probably. And then they have a one that just says that that's just called Cuddle. That's the one that, if you can't get the other twos, if they're sold out, then maybe you can get this one. I think.
And they're the same price, Cuddle.
I have seen the price for this one, and don't quote me, but I think it was $600 or 600 euros. Yeah. Okay, it's available, I guess, later this year. Have an eye out on that. Then next collaboration with Faber-Castell. I mean, yeah, pen. There are some luxury pens out there. Goes well with a watch, so it fits. I haven't checked the prices for that, but we can look what's different.
I think the pen was $100.
100?
Yeah, the pen. I was just looking at it before you went online.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's an actual, it's like a real wooden pencil. It looks cool, to be honest. It looks cool.
It looks like you can use it for a weapon in emergency cases.
Yeah. The case and the packaging looks also nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's really fancy.
Yeah. Good. Too bad there aren't any affiliate links for that. And then, they have other goodies coming. Don't know what this is. Crafting set. They had this already. I have this at home. Someone gifted it to me. Then they have a Leica pin, a puzzle, and a bag.
The pin is within my budget. The pin, I can afford that.
Really? Are you sure? Then they have a soft. They also have a. I know they have a soft shutter release button, and that one is going to be 80 euro.
Oh wow!
Just has 100 on it. A loop.
Wow.
Leather bracelet. Yeah. So, if you fancy some shopping, then go check it out. There's also going to be a new filter on the app. And I'm pretty sure they're going to have some events coming up this year. Big year for them. Wow. And, you can think about Leica what you want. I am also not a huge fan anymore, to be honest. I don't have my gripes with them. But I can acknowledge at least that they have played a huge role in the history of photography. And, I visited Wetzlar, the Leica headquarters, together with a Chinese brand, but still I was able to visit them. And it was fascinating to see the history. And that's really the core of Leica, right? The history behind it. And thanks to them, we have the full frame form factor and the 3:2 aspect ratio. Yeah. So, to celebrate this, they also started this year by doing a little bit of a laser show in Dubai, which you can also see on their YouTube channel. So, yeah. Extravagant announcement of the celebrations. If you are in Dubai, then you can check it out maybe. Or maybe it's over, I don't know. Good. Now, going from original Leica to copycat Leica. So we can talk a little bit about this. If you guys follow my channel, you know my last video was kind of a review of this lens, the Fun Leader Artizlab collaboration. It's called the Classic 35mm 1.4 for Leica M mount. It is almost an identical copy just in terms of the looks and the feel of the Leica Summilux 35 pre-aspheric. I don't know, Tim, if you ever used Leica gear, Leica lenses, but the original Summilux pre-aspheric is known in the community as a special lens because it has a lot of character. I think it's also called the King of Bokeh, right? I think there are two King of Bokehs. Elmar knows this stuff. You must know this
Elmer,
stuff.
you gotta help us out, Elmer, because the Leica thing. Yeah. Woo.
What do you know about the original 35 Somilux pre-aspheric? Don't be shy. I know you know it.
Yeah, I know it. It's a wonderful lens. It has a really nice bokeh that gives you some like not round balls, but a little bit more stretched balls.
Yeah. Hey, we are adults here.
I'm sorry. And yeah, it's not really extreme flare resistant, and if you shoot into the sun, it will lose contrast.
Yeah. Yeah, and I never used the original one, but they sent me this lens to review, and at first I didn't want to do it because I know it has a lot of character, and I don't know if it was maybe too much for me. But my brother
This is a Chinese brand, though.
Yes.
This is a Chinese brand. Oh.
Yeah, it is made in China, Chinese brand. Artizlab is a fairly new company, I think.
It looks the same.
It is actually very high quality, just the build itself. It feels, to be honest, it feels like a Leica lens in terms of, it's like very well made.
You should post it on Facebook Marketplace and say it's the actual Leica lens.
It does say, no, it does say made in China on the bottom, so can't do that. It comes also with a filter included, with the lens hood, and I enjoyed using it. It just has a few minor flaws that are a little bit annoying, like infinity focus was not right, and it has only a close distance focus of 1 meter, so that can be limiting sometimes. Otherwise, if you're on a budget for a small 35 for your M system, and you don't want to spend 2,000 or 3,000, whatever the original goes for, then at least you can have a nice looking lens that is, I would say, 80% of the original. It has a little bit of a different character, but this is the kind of lens you use when you want 2 characters in one lens. Shoot it wide open for the dreamy, soft look, and then use it stop down for street photography and good weather. And then it looks like any other modern lens. So, yeah. I have a link in the description if you want to get it for 5% off. Use my link. I will get 10% commission. So, go order right now. Okay. That's not bad. I liked it. I prefer 28s though, so that's why I'm not all over the moon with this lens. Good. Next news topic. This is a bigger one. A controversy around the famous Napalm girl photo that we thought Nick Ut, or how do you, I don't know how to Ut. Oh yeah, he's he's Vietnamese, right?
Yeah, I like to tell people he's my uncle that I've never met.
Really?
No, I'm just joking.
Okay.
But
no, yeah, but this is him back in the days, and everyone knows of him as the photographer of the photo. We can't show the photo, unfortunately. I think we will get into trouble. But you guys, everyone must know this photo. It's a very famous photo.
Yeah, it's the photo of that pretty much helped. It's probably one of the most famous photos ever. It helps stop the war, right? It's the one of the little girl. She's naked, running away from the fire.
And this is her here on the today. Photo. Yeah. They kept in contact
and Kim Phuc. Yeah. Crazy.
So, and then Tim sent me this link from Petapixel, and apparently a documentary came out and named a different photographer as the original photographer for this photo, right? Have you read into it a little bit? To be honest, I don't quite understand what's going on.
I read a little bit. It's kind of more or less the same from different articles, but yeah, this film called The Stringer, the documentary, just screened at Sundance, which is probably one of the most popular film festivals. And it's really interesting because I didn't see any trailer or build up to the documentary at all. I just saw this article. Usually you see some teaser, but this one just made a hit at Sundance. And the cool thing about this is it's controversial. There's like conspiracy components to it, historical components to it, and there's photography element to it. But basically, Nick Ut, who took the photo, he's part of the Associated Press, and so there's another guy named Nguyen Ne who said that he took the photo, and he was a photographer. He was like one of the guys that would drive the photographers around, right? He was a photographer, but also like the driver.
Okay.
And he was like a freelance photographer. So there's like that politics, like the workplace politics, because basically they're saying, their claim is, I haven't watched the film, but this is what I'm reading. Let's give it to Nick because he's part of the Associated Press, because the Associated Press would edit, right? They would edit the contact sheets and all that and select the photo. And people are saying that they rather give it to Nick because he's part of the Associated Press versus a freelance person. Because, but anyways, who was it? What's his name? Gary Knight, the founder of I think it's called the Seven Foundation. They're up there as a photo agency, probably behind Magnum. I mean, they're really up there. They have a separate entity, like where they produce documentary films. So Gary Knight is one of the founders. They're producing this film, but he says in an interview, we're not just producing it because Carl Robinson, who was on the AP's team in Saigon at the time, he was kind of the whistleblower. But Gary, he's saying we're not producing this just because of one guy's message, right? So they did like a whole 2-year investigation, forensic and all that, and they were able to put together the documentary. But the interesting thing too is the director Bao Nguyen, who's like one of the top Asian American filmmakers, documentary filmmakers. He produced, if you guys don't know, he produced 30 for 30 on Bruce Lee, Like Water, which was a great one. But he's the director for this. So, and there's another popular producer that's on the team as well. So, for them to persuade or have them join on this project, they might have some good, evidence to back this case up. I don't know, but I can't wait to see it.
Okay, so the evidence has not come out yet. Is this there's still an ongoing process of looking at all the new evidence?
It seems like, yeah. I think the easy way to solve this is look at the contact sheets.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of comments asking.
Look at Nick,
follow the negative is what people say. But when these guys went to war and as press photographers, of course they are not taking their film back home and then develop it, but they send it to their agency or to the newspaper, whatever they're working for, or for Magnum, I don't know.
I can clarify a little bit because I read the article about Magnum. They have put out a report, and in this report, they kind of showed how the image got to the newspapers and how it was developed, and how they certainly know that Nick Ut shot the image and dropped off the rolls at the negative laboratory in Vietnam back in the day. So the controversy is about that that someone claimed that he dropped off the rolls of film, not Nick Ut, at the lab. But Nick Ut was also there in the lab and developed this roll and showed it to the back in the day head of Magnum in Vietnam, and he saw the image and transmitted it immediately to Washington to get printed in the next day in the newspaper. So Yeah. I don't recall the names, but if someone is interested, read the report from Magnum. They also have other shots and other shots published in the report from that day, and it clearly shows that perspective of Nick Ott when he took the image, and he also took other images of the scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have
apparently they paid apparently in the film they said that Nguyen Nye got paid $20 for that. I don't know if it's the contact sheet or just the photo itself, but he was paid $20, and he didn't know what to do, so he gave it to them. That's the case.
Elmar, do you know how to find this report? Because I'm trying to Google it, but cannot really find it. Then
it was on the Petapixel link.
Oh, okay.
I think I got it from the Petapixel link. I also read the Petapixel news, but I can also search for it again.
You have to search.
It was quite interesting.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So the Petapixel article is definitely linked if you want to check it out. I can't find this link you're talking about this report, but yeah, interesting stuff. Imagine being known, getting famous for one photo, and then at the end someone else says, "No, I took this photo," and then
try to sabotage it 50 years later.
Actually proves it,
yeah.
And turns out like this other guy's right. But it can also be I don't know. It could also be an accident. Like maybe he took a different photo, never saw this one, and then he thought he took this one. I don't know. Just speculating. But it seems weird to me that he built up this relationship with the girl, and she remembers him taking the photo. She must remember
that main image in the Petapixel. I think that's him. I don't think that's Nick Ut. I think that's
oh, you mean
the first
on
image.
the first image? Yeah, okay, let's go back.
Yeah, I think that's Nguyen.
So this is
him,
okay.
the freelancer. So he's on the scene. So he's actually on the same scene, but in the Napalm image, which we can't show, he's actually in the full frame, but they cropped it in. So he was there, but which is weird because it's like they probably took the same shot,
Yeah, there were many reporters and photographers.
Yeah, and then they just, I guess. Well, we got to watch the documentary, but maybe the case is, okay, well, they took the same shot, but they just happened to pick Nick's image because he was an AP photographer versus, this guy who was a freelancer.
They probably, here, Jeffrey Kong in the chat also said that they probably made people sign an NDA in the documentary. So after this controversy now came out, maybe they are not allowed to talk about details. So
And I'm sorry, I must correct myself. I said Magnum. It's not correct. It's AP.
AP.
And I have the article ready.
I think Magnum would want to steer away from this. AP is going to be wanting to support this at all costs, but it just shows, they're going to support their own person, right? So there's a lot of politics, workplace politics, I guess, more than geopolitics in this case. So it's interesting.
I just accidentally shared the photo because I was scrolling while thinking about it.
Oh no!
Hopefully
now
YouTube
you're not gonna get monetized.
YouTube will put this video down. Okay, if you have a link, Elmar, you can maybe send it to me.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, then
in
I
the guest chat.
Open it up. You can have a look. It probably also shows the photo. Yeah. I will include this link in the. Oh, there's a proper document with multiple pages. Oh, and they show the other photos of the contact sheet. Yeah, this is interesting. Definitely will link this. It's a PDF, but I will link the AP the site. I'm going to add it now in this video description. I think I can do this in real time here. and then you can research it. So yeah, just edit it in the description and do your own investigation, and let's see what comes out of it. Yeah, it's I haven't really looked into it, to be honest, but definitely interesting.
Man, we have a lot of films to watch, a lot of gear to buy and try out.
Yeah.
This is getting intense.
Yeah, but we are at the end. The only thing left is to talk about upcoming street photography festivals, what's going on this year. Tim, you are kind of the festival connoisseur. Tim always reviews the festival results, the finalist images. It's very entertaining. If you want to watch that, check it out on his channel.
Check it out on my YouTube channel. But we are in the new year, so it's recycling back.
Yeah.
Dublin Street Photography Festival. I think the last day is today, the 31st, depending where you are in the world. But yeah, January 31st, the last day to submit. I think it's like 15 euros per image. So if you want to get the best bang for your buck, do the 3 for 30 euros. That's what I did. So I did submit to this festival. And then Brussels Street Photography, which is a good one. Brussels Street Photography Festival. Their deadline for the early bird, which is 12 euros, is today. So I was planning to submit. I probably am. I got to do that later tonight.
Hey, did you just see?
Yeah.
Martin Parr is coming as a guest again. He has been almost every festival last year, I feel like.
Yep. Last year was Brussels and
he's on a roll.
Italian. Yeah.
So
trying to get his
Brussels
stuff out there.
and are there any festivals you would not recommend necessarily? Not to say they are bad, but do you have? Do you think there are some?
I would say for me it's Lens Culture.
Okay.
But that's like towards August, September. You should see that pop up. But these ones are very niche for street photography, so it's very specific.
I know Brussels is a proper one. They do it how it should be done. Yeah. They also have a competition usually where you can take photos during the weekend of the festival in Brussels, and they will award the best photo of the weekend. So you go out to actually shoot a photo, which I think is a fun challenge to do. So I never attended it, but maybe this year, I don't know. Okay, this could be a topic for a whole episode. A topic discussion, festivals in general, because you and I have been participating on and off, but with sometimes success.
It's like gambling at this point. You know what?
Yeah,
Can I gamble $30? Okay, whatever. $30.
If you have $30 or $15 to spare, okay, submit it. If not, don't worry, don't stress it. It's no careers have been made by winning a contest so far, so might get a bit of exposure. All right, then that should do it for news. Let's go to the next section. Inspiration of the month. So what did inspire you, Tim?
Okay, so
are you inspired or not?
I am inspired, actually. Rarely does an ad or a post on Instagram catches my eye, and let alone, click further. So I've been reading a few books the past few months, and this one is called The Courage to Be Disliked. Can you see that? Yeah. The Courage to Be Disliked. It is a Japanese philosophy, psychology. Basically, it is something
interesting title.
To not give a F about other people's opinions, but more importantly, that the past has no connection to the present time. And so I'm trying to be, one of my goals this year, I think we had that on the agenda, or like one of the goals, but one of my goals this year is to be more mindful and just be present. So that's why I like street photography. That's why I go to the gym, because it keeps me, I have like tunnel vision when I go out and shoot. When I go to the gym, I have tunnel vision. I mean, sometimes I might stare at the girl's butt, but I'm mostly just tunnel vision doing what I'm doing. And this one, this one teaches you, like, because Western philosophy, we're so used to cause and effect, right? You're this way because 5 years ago you're an idiot or a dumbass or whatever. But in reality, that has no recollection to what's going on today. So it helps me to be mindful, be present, and yeah, I'm almost done with it. It's a good book. Courage to be Disliked. No affiliate link. Sorry.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Yeah, I haven't been really reading books lately, or last year I probably did. I even read one book last year? I might have
last year.
Photo books. No, okay, yeah. I mean, I intended this section to be very casual. Whatever inspired you this month, or anything you picked up, something that might add value to others as well if you share it. To be honest, I had to think a little bit, what actually inspired me this month, and I wanted to say, it's kind of lame, but it's I think seeing the trailer for the Parr movie actually inspired me, because what he is doing is kind of what I'm doing more and more of, is doing these documentary projects here in the countryside, and I'm really getting a lot out of it for myself, and learning, and it's really interesting seeing him, or inspiring, I would say, seeing him being that old and still doing it. And there are not many photographers like him that have covered the British culture that well. So it kind of motivates me seeing him still doing it. And actually this weekend I'm continuing a project from last year, which is another thing that's only happening here. So, I have him in mind when I go out and take these photos now. Besides that, I'm back at going to my Taekwondo school. So I'm a little bit more active. Yeah, I'm back training once a week so far.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do 2 times a week, maybe. But I used to go every day when I was living in Hamburg, in the city. And I've been doing it since 2009.
We might see you bust a move in one of your street walks, like some heckler.
It can never, it can't,
never
how do you say? It cannot hurt to know how to defend yourself. But, the last 3 years, I had to be there for my son, and that's why I wasn't able to go, because I had to take care of him. Now he's at kindergarten. My wife is back home, so I'm able to work in the afternoon also, and I have to sacrifice a little bit of work time in order to go to training. But it definitely helps me release stress. Yeah, and it's important. So that's really
that's good.
It's good for me, because it has been 3 or 4 years of not being able to train anymore. So I'm out of shape. I'm not fit, but I'm trying to get fit again. So that's good. Cool. Okay, we have 2 sections coming up. We're also a little bit behind time, so for next time we know we have to hurry up a little bit in the new section. Let's go and look at photos. All right, our photo of the month. Tim, do you want to start? Should I start?
Yeah, I can start. Let's see. Let me pull this up. So I was active, I was active the first 2 weeks of January.
Yeah, wait, before I show your photo, give us an idea of how does your life look like in a week? How often do you go out? Are you like a casual on the side street photographer?
My life is all over the place, okay? So if I have the kids, I'm dropping them off to school, then I usually get a workout in. And then depending how much work I have, I'll do that afterwards. But I mostly shoot sunset, usually, not all the time. because the lighting is nice. But it kind of depends. If I'm in the mood, then I'll just go out and shoot. But yeah, the first 2 weeks I was, the new year, that kind of BS thing, and then I fell off the tracks. But yeah.
Good. And here's your photo. Give us the story behind it. Or wait, let's or maybe let's wait and see if the audience can see something.
Yeah, let's see if they know who this is. Come on, so you guys got to know who this is.
How is Honolulu for street photography, by the way? You must have great light, no?
Honolulu is good. Honolulu is good because there's the beach right across the street. There's a sidewalk. Probably just 2 locations to shoot, really. But yeah, it's good. I'm still not entirely tired of it. But
that's good.
Yep, somebody answered. Okay. So yes.
Well, I want to know who's the guy on the right.
Oh, that's the security. Security. But yes, that is Aquaman. And I was just walking down, and I usually look 20 to 30 feet down the line so I can see what's coming and I can kind of prepare for it. But this time I just wasn't doing that, and I just saw this tall Hawaiian guy. And so he caught my eye, and then I immediately knew who he was. He was with his family and his new girlfriend. I guess that's who he's covering up. So I yelled his name. I was like, "Hey, Jason." Yeah, I was like, "Hey, Jason," because he wasn't looking my direction. So I wanted to get his attention towards my camera. So I said, "Hey, Jason." And then the security noticed and tried to stop me. And then he was covering up his girlfriend, and his kids are in the background there. But it was funny. They were asking me to delete the photo. So I didn't think I got anything good because I honestly wasn't gonna post this. I didn't think the photo came out good because I was on burst mode, so my first 2-3 shots were blurry. So I was like, "Oh shucks, I didn't even get it, and I'm not even close." So when I hit the playback button, it was on a blank screen, so they thought I deleted it. And then they just went away. But they basically told me, "Oh yeah, he's usually fine, but because he's with his kids, he doesn't like the pictures in public." So yeah, they're filming a movie here, so I think that's why he was cruising in Waikiki at the time. But
what happened?
I think you have some news in regards to Jason Momoa.
Yeah. Huh?
Right? I think you have some news about him. Like he's a Leica ambassador.
Yeah, he's passionate about Leica. Yeah, for sure. But
I wonder if I had a Leica with me, if I would have gotten away.
Yeah, maybe then it would be a different story. Okay, so but you still posted it. What is your thinking behind that?
I was like, you know what? I was gonna post it, and then I was like, what the heck? Just post it.
Oh, and I posted because you don't see his family.
Well, that, and then he's a photographer, because I didn't realize that till I got home. Like, oh, he's a photographer. He's on the public sidewalk, so there's nothing I'm intruding or breaking here. I'm not up close, like 3 feet away from him, doing flash on his face, right? I'm literally like, this is cropped in. I'm literally like 15 feet, 20 feet away, and I just cropped in. But yeah, I think it's fine.
You know, I accidentally took a photo of a celebrity once, but I didn't even notice until later. And so they never knew, or they have never found out. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they were.
But that brings up another topic. When you're doing street, you got to be kind of brave, because you don't know who you're taking a photo of. You could be taking a photo of a mafia leader or like a yakuza. You don't know, right? So when I took this, I was like, that kind of came to my mind. Like, yeah, you don't know who these people are.
Yeah, you could be someone who exposes them on a Streetlife show. Well, I guess you don't show his family, so yeah. But I don't know. It's you like this photo because of him, or what did you think when you took this photo? Because I'm sure you're like, oh, this is Aquaman, or right?
I was just trying to get a nice clean image of him more so. But I was on a 35 and I'm farther away, so I guess okay. I like the shadows on the background, the white, and then his security. But everybody just comments on the arm, the missing arm. They think it's like this is an AI photo, AI generated.
Right. Yeah, kind of a little bit of a weird moment of him, but his security guy with his gesture is like very clear that he's coming towards you. Okay. What do I even have? So let's move on. I don't know what I have. What did I choose? Okay. For my last video, I spent a day with this Artizlab lens, and I guess I like this one because of the light, and the two are on the phone. And I was eating a fish sandwich with my buddy David, and we were talking what to do next, and I thought, the light is hitting them nicely. But on this day, I didn't really get like photos I really like, and this was the only one where I kind of had a little bit of a scene going on. This is the Hamburg Harbor, and this month I didn't really go out to do street photography except for this on this day when I was filming this video. So usually I go out every weekend, but I had some other things to do on the weekend. So by the way, if you guys have never attended my Sunday editing streams, I stream every week on Sunday and edit photos from the week. So on this Sunday, I have a lot to edit and probably a lot of cool photos. So just to do a little bit of a teaser for that. All right. Yeah, so this section I just want to include so that we have a reason to go out and take photos and look back on what we took that day. Next is best and worst comment from your channel and from my channel. And we're just going to share it, react to it. And do you want me to start or you want to start?
You can start.
Okay. I will start with the bad comment because there's not much to say. So it's kind of funny. Here it is. Too fast. This is shit. This is a comment that was for my...
That's helpful. Helpful, constructive
very helpful.
Feedback.
This is my GR beginner guide video, which a lot of people find very helpful. But for him, it was too fast. Okay, that's fine. So, and then the best comment, or what is a good comment? What can you consider as best comment? I chose one that made me think. So, and that is this one. There are so many voices crying for attention that authenticity is drowning. How can we save authenticity from drowning in obscurity? Wishing you all the best for 2025. Peace. So, there was a comment under one of my live streams, and I talked about YouTube and everyone trying to be authentic, but also a lot of people playing a character, and you never know, is this guy really authentic? Is he real, or is he playing someone? And sometimes you also can't help it. You just become someone else. But I think this is something that especially content creators and also we always have to also look at us. Like, am I actually doing what I would do? Or am I doing something that other people might expect me to do or something like that?
Yeah.
So
I think I always tell people, like, just be you, but play it up a little bit, like, because you want to make it interesting, right? So you're not trying to play a character or anything, but you want to still be who you are, but you got to just intensify it in certain moments,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. The trend seems to be going to viewers or consumers of media on YouTube seeking out more authentic content, authentic voices. But at the same time, people try hard to be authentic. So now it gets harder and harder to find out who is really authentic and who is, just pretending. I just want to quickly address the live chat. Daniel's mentioned that there are a lot of ads playing in this live stream. Sorry about that. YouTube does that automatically. I can, however, next time, now I can change it, but next time I will turn off mid ads for streams, because I know this is annoying. I'm sorry. That's something I forgot to change. I put them on very low frequency of low, so it should be not every 5 minutes, hopefully. But if it's every 5 or 10 minutes, then I have to turn them off. Otherwise, get YouTube Premium. But next time I won't. I will turn them off. The video will stay monetized later as a replay, and then it will be fine. But sorry, guys, change it. I will change it later. Good. Let's go over your comments. So, should we start?
My comments. Let's start with the bad one.
With the bad one.
Let's start with the bad one. Yeah. Which isn't. It's 5-word sentence.
This guy is hating.
This guy is hating. Yes. Damn.
Oh, yeah. We should always do an impression of how this person would probably say what they wrote.
Based on their name, right?
Oh, maybe.
This guy is hating. Damn. I'm having that accent because his icon or profile is Adidas, like 70s Adidas. So he's probably up there. But this is the Trevor Wise Cup zine fiasco that I did last year, and then it got a decent amount of eyeballs. But basically, there's probably a polarizing video, because Trevor has a big fan base, a lot of supporters, and just to give a gist of it.
Do you want to share a little bit of an update, because there is some development going on with this controversy? Do you want to recap real quick for people who don't know what's going on?
So
not to do it not too much.
So there's, when he released the zine, a lot of them didn't get. I don't know how many to be exact, but a good amount hasn't been sent out to the buyers. And if it ever makes it to Reddit, I mean, it gets pretty serious, right? If you ever make it to Reddit. And then I did a follow-up video on it, kind of diving a little bit more into his interviews and podcast interviews, and trying to line things up and see if they, were accurate. I actually spoke to him a few times on the phone, and they were like almost like 40-minute conversations. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to have him on a live. I don't think he was. I think he sounded open to it, but it never came to fruition. But we'll see. Maybe sometime down the line. But it looks like he's been shipping them out, so it looks like he's been correcting that. There's a little bit more details to it, but I'd rather save it for him to say.
Oh, okay. So are you guys doing something then? Like a update?
Not yet. Yeah, not yet.
Okay.
It's really up to him.
Yeah, I did. I didn't get mine. I'm like, was?
There you
Where's
go.
my zine?
This is your moment,
Please.
Elmar. Speak your truth.
Send it to me.
Where is his zine? Yeah, I mean, it's for us here in Germany, it's hard to see these things, and we don't understand what's going on. And I only looked at it from the outside. I don't want to say too much about it, but I think if you sell stuff and people wait for it, then you should at least give an update. People will be understanding if you have difficulties with shipping or whatever, or money issues. Right. I think people want to just know what's up.
Just communication, right? So, I mean, most people seem forgiving through the comments, but that's kind of that.
Yeah.
And then what is it? We're going to good. I didn't have much comments, but
yeah, I mean,
let's go to good. Good. I just went with this because it made me feel good this morning. I don't know. it didn't make me think or anything. But it's basically on my film, Fill the Frame, which if you haven't watched it, it's free on my channel. You can watch it. It's Friday. It's the weekend. You can watch it.
Is it going to be free forever, or are you going to take it down someday?
I'll probably just leave it up there for now. I don't have plans on taking it down. But the comment is excellent street photography documentary. Both myself and wife loved it. Inspiring and motivating. So that's always good to read.
Yeah, I always love it when they include when they say, you know, I watched it with my wife or with my daughter or my son.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's always nice to hear, because then I start to picture them actually sitting on the sofa and watching it.
Yeah.
And,
they took the time. They had intention to watch it together, right? So
it's
good.
You know, how often do I watch something with my wife? It's sadly very rarely, because we all have our own things we want to consume, and then you know, sometimes we watch silly videos together, but like watching a proper film documentary, that's nice. Someone in the chat saying, you know, are these private messages? No, these are public comments on our videos. So I don't think it's a big deal if you show the user handle. I mean, maybe next time we can only use the comment, but
that's kind of boring if you just do that, because then people will be like, did you guys write that yourself?
Yeah, if you comment publicly, then you should stand behind your comment. And we're not here to say, you know, oh, this guy's wrong, or this is a bad comment, he's bad. It's just to see what we think about it, to engage with it, even though you should not engage with too much negative comments. But it's also just to show you guys what we sometimes have to go through. All right. The pain. Yeah. Good. We are actually at the end. The next thing to do is we should talk about what to expect in February. What kind of things we will do, maybe, if you have something to share, Tim, or also what to expect for the next show, for the next episode. I mean, Olympus or OM Systems, that might be a talking point for next time. Tim will probably get the Leica teddy bear for sure, right?
Oh yeah, maybe a few.
And I get the soft shutter release button for my ZF. No,
and
but
Elmer
anything
will have his zine. I'll contact Trevor after this. Elmer will have his zine too. So yeah, there'll be a lot of positive updates.
Yeah. Every episode we should ask Elmer. And did you get yours already?
Yeah.
This will be a regular section. I will create an intro for it. Did Elmer get his zine yet? And he just says yes or no, and then we go to the next section. No, but anything coming up? Anything you want to share for February? What are your plans?
Well, based on this book, I can't think too far ahead. But I would just like to keep shooting, try to get more out if I can. And yeah, I'll look more into the Olympus camera, see if I do pull the trigger on that. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. What is the 6th, February 6th? What date is that? What day is that? Maybe I stream it, my reaction to it. It is...
That's a Thursday.
Oh, okay, Thursday. I don't know. I'm just going to watch it probably by myself. Yeah.
You can watch it with your wife.
She doesn't care. She doesn't care about any of my cameras. Yeah, well, I don't even know what to say for February. I have so much stuff to do. I'm still trying to keep up with all the workload that I was supposed to do in January. Wasn't able to do everything I wanted to do, but yeah, I have a little book I have to do for someone. I'm working on 2 videos that are being edited at the moment. I have nothing new planned to shoot, videos to shoot for this channel. Not to say that there isn't something coming. There might be a potential collaboration coming, which it's kind of a big deal. But can I talk about it? And then, I'm going to continue doing my weekly streams. And one of my goals for this year is to do this more often. That's why I wanted to bring back the Streetlife show, but do it live, because then we are able to do it really on a regular basis. And also, just the fact that you, Tim, and also Elmar are taking your time one day each month. This is a commitment, so really appreciate that. So anytime we have something else going on, because life, life is life. I might be away for a weekend because of a job, who knows? Then we have to postpone it. But as long as we are at home, we are here, you can expect these streams, these shows to come every last day of the month. Or not every last day, every last Friday. So
Patrick Kelly commented, he just gave me a reminder. I'm assuming, Patrick, you're in Hawaii. Next week is the opening for contemporary photography in Hawaii. So apparently I'm not on the flyer. My name isn't on the flyer, but I am part of that show. So it's not, there's our street group, okay. Honolulu Street Collective, is each of one photo from each photographer will have a photo display. And then there's other type of photography there. So thank you for the reminder, Patrick, as I am being mindful of being present. So.
Is that something we can look up online and maybe share?
Yeah, let's see. Downtown Art Center, Hawaii, Honolulu. I'll put in the
send me a link.
Or the chat box. Yeah. I'll put in the chat. But yeah, that should be fun. I'll be signing autographs for only authentic memorabilia for 5 minutes or so.
Nice. Send me a link and I will share it here so that everyone can see it.
Okay.
So let us know in the comments later when this stream ends. Let us know how you liked it and what you want to see. Give us feedback and don't be too hard on us. This is our first time. First time always hurts, and we will adjust while we are doing this. But I think this is solid.
Yeah,
I think we can, as long as we have good topics. Yeah. I don't know. I don't see any link here. Did you send me any link?
Oh, I put in the chat box. How do I send it to you?
Chat box. Oh, you already posted in the YouTube chat.
Chat no? box. Yeah, I did in the YouTube chat box.
Okay, I don't see it.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know. I don't see it. Yeah. Well,
so
no one will come then. What? What is going on? What do we want to say, Elmar? What do you want to say?
Yeah, I wanted to pause the awkward break while you search for the link and recommend a glove to Piranha Filming 1, 2, 3. It's the one where you can put all your 4 fingers in and take the flap off. I don't know how to say it in English. And also you have your thumb there, and you can also get your thumb out. And so you have a glove, but all your 5 fingers are free. Yeah.
Sounds good.
That's the best glove for shooting street in the winter.
All right. Do you even need gloves?
Nobody cares.
No, I mean, yeah, it's cool. No. I went to Globetrotter, this outdoor store, right? And I always buy the same gloves. Forgot the name of the brand, but they are not that expensive. But they have a sticky surface, but they are not touch so you can use a touch screen, but you can still feel your camera. I like them, and they're warm. But I know they're like special gloves for it. But Tim, you don't ever need gloves, right?
I don't need gloves. I'm gonna look suspicious, like I'm up to no good or something.
Alrighty, I'm gonna cue in the outro music because it is time to say goodbye. Oh no! So yeah, that was fun. Thank you guys for joining us, and stay tuned for February. And if you have any cool news, you can send us messages, share it here on YouTube in the comment section, and of course hit the like button, please, because this stream is going to act as a regular video once the stream ends, and then we can need all the help we can get. Cool. Yeah, check out the show notes if you want to see all the links we visited, and there should also be a link to Tim's YouTube channel, hopefully, and check out his videos if you haven't done that yet. Also, thanks Alma for being the voice of reason in the corner. That you checked our chat, and yeah, check out his Instagram is also here on the screen. And that is that. Good night.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks everybody.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.